And then if you can then track that user onwards and give them a window of say like 45 days where like we would recommend like first touch attribution for this, where you're like, for the next 45 days, I don't really care what happens after the influencer. I'm going to give them credit on that. And then say 35 days later, they click on 20 other links, clicked on a paid ad, etc., but then they actually purchased. I still want to give that influencer credit in that situation because, again, they're top of funnel. They're driving new users. Those are new people that are potential customers. And I want to give the influencers as much credit as I possibly can give for the revenue being generated because I want them to scale their efforts. So I think when you start talking about attribution from the idea of like, who do I want to get credit so that they can scale their promotions, it really helps get rid of a lot of Sony like issues because in perfect attribution, you'd find out like, hey, there was actually 15 sources involved with this customer. You can't really make a decision with that. Whereas you can make a decision about like, this influencer was the first person who drove this user here. I can see that they were very engaged and then they bought 35 days later. Even if there was other stuff involved, which we have some signals of like, what were the other partners and channels involved with that? So you have that data, but fundamentally who you want to reward is the one that you want to scale their promotions. And that's a really helpful thing to do.